A credit report is like a financial report card that follows you your whole life. So when's the last time you checked yours? Hi, I'm Monica. Let's take a deeper dive. A credit report is a record of your credit history, including your lines of credit and payment history. It tells companies how you've managed money in the past and helps them decide whether or not to do business with you and on what terms. Your credit report may be pulled by a potential employer, by credit unions if you're applying for car loans or credit cards, and even by utility companies. Pro tip, make this an annual thing. We recommend checking your credit report once a year. Let's walk through getting and reading your credit report together. You'll need to have your legal name, address, previous addresses, and social security number on hand. Now, go to annualcreditreport.com. I know what you're thinking, and yes, this is the correct website. Although it looks straight out of 1999, we promise it's legit. Next, click the big red button that reads Request Your Free Credit Report and fill out the form. Once completed, choose which credit reporting agency you want your credit report from. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are the 3 credit reporting agencies. Here on the East Coast, lenders mainly use Equifax, so let's go with them. Next, you'll be asked to verify your identity. Go ahead and put in your information, and you should get an authorization code via text or email. Enter the code, and ta-da! Just like that, your financial report card appears. Now let's get into it. Let me introduce you to my friend Jordan. He's an animal-loving Pisces with a history of borrowing over 14 years long. We're going to be looking at his credit report today. If you're just starting out, your report might not be as long or detailed as Jordan's. This is the summary page. Take a moment and download this document by clicking Print Credit Report in the right-hand corner and save it as a PDF. Pro tip, once you leave this window, you won't be able to re-access it. As you can see, there is a report navigation bar on the left side of the screen. On the summary screen, there will be an average account age, the number of accounts, including negative information that impacts your score, and the length of your credit history. Did you know that the length of credit history makes up 15% of your credit score? Scrolling down the summary page, you'll see a complete list of Jordan's credit accounts and each type of credit. Jordan has 3 credit cards under the revolving account, and only one has a balance of $1,816. This balance is how much money Jordan owes. Notice also that he has a credit limit of $41,400. A credit limit is the amount of money that Jordan is trusted to borrow. It looks like Jordan has no mortgage and 1 installment loan, most likely an auto loan. An installment loan means that they pay a fixed amount every month, and it looks like his monthly payment is $454. Jordan will pay this amount each month until the debt and interest are paid off. Let's look at revolving accounts. Revolving accounts are open-ended loans where the borrower can borrow money up to the maximum limit, and payments can be made while continuing to borrow, like a credit card. So that means every month, Jordan's payment amount will differ depending on how much he spent. Here are those 3 credit cards. Let's click Jordan's credit card that has a balance to get more information. The 3 numbers at the top show you your credit utilization ratio. You can calculate this by dividing your balance owed by your credit limit. Why is this important? Your credit utilization ratio is 30% of your credit score. For a higher credit score, keep that ratio under 20%. Looks like Jordan is far under at 10%. Good job, Jordan. To check if you've made payments on time, go to Payments. Making payments on time is the largest part of your credit score. We're talking 35%. And those pesky late payments stay on your credit report for 7 years. Jordan has nothing to fear. See all those green checks? That means all of his credit card payments have been made on time. Go Jordan! If a payment is late, There would be a note how late it is. And bottom line, the longer the payment isn't made, the harder it will hit your credit score. We've done this for revolving accounts. Do the same thing for any mortgages or installment accounts you have, like your car loan or student loans. During your annual credit report check, be sure your personal information is up to date. And don't be surprised if you see something incorrect. Unfortunately, this happens, and it's your job to correct it. Pro tip: if you see an inaccuracy anywhere on your credit report, head to the Disputes tab on the left-hand navigation. It will route you to the separate tab where you will report the inaccuracy. Then, the credit agency will investigate and make the corrections. An inquiry occurs when a business requests your credit report. A hard inquiry is when you're outright requesting money for a loan. An example would be a car loan, house loan, or opening a credit card. Pro tip: hard inquiries can affect your credit score, so if possible, try to leave at least 2 years between applying to borrow money. A soft inquiry could be done when a potential employer, landlord, or creditor is checking how you manage your credit before making an offer or approving your application. This will not affect your credit score. Let's go to public records where you will see any bankruptcies, taxes, or debts to the government. Bankruptcy stays on your credit report for up to 10 years. Looks like Jordan is good here. If your debts enter collections, that means creditors are working to collect payments from you. Bottom line, stay on top of your debts. Entering collections stays on your credit report for 7 years. Your credit report will follow you throughout your life, so it's important to know your rights under state law and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Some light reading for you. Now you know how to read and understand a credit report. We recommend doing this once a year. Set an alarm on your phone, and we'll see you then.